Hello, welcome back. Last time I got a little bit further into, what was it, Solitary Island? Then found some real stumpers of puzzles and couldn't really make any progress on them. Now, thing about... whoa, this layout has changed. So there was an update to this game, and I've heard that it may make some changes to puzzles, possibly including ones that I've already solved. Haven't played this in a little while. I was just away on a trip. As it happens, during that trip I got to spend some time with the author of this game, so that was nice. Anyway, yeah, so since I was recording last minute, right before I left, I didn't have the time to complete some of the puzzles I had started. A thing about doing puzzle game LPs, it's always a super terrible idea to show a puzzle on a video and not solve it, because everybody who gets to see the LP and has ideas for how to solve it has trouble keeping the solution to themselves. All of you are very good about this by now, but I understand that it can be frustrating, so I don't usually like to do that, but time constraints necessitated it. Prison? Hold up, I haven't been here. This level is not the level I was stuck on. Evaporating River, that was the one. Wireless connection, I did that, and that led on to a thing. Okay, so interestingly, a new puzzle was inserted just prior to the one I was stuck on. Okay, so maybe prison will help give me the tools I need to understand to get through Evaporating River. Let's find out. Baba is you. Wall is stop. Those are the only rules. Okay. So I could become Kiki if I wanted. There's a win over there. This looks to me as though... so I can obviously do that. This looks to me as though it's some form of multi-pushing sort of thingy, where the two of us need to collaborate to move text around in some smart way. What way that is, I'm not sure yet. So, hang on, what am I trying to do? I don't actually know. If wall is stop and wind is way out there, wall cannot become me. Yeah, okay, this is kind of reminding me of the other puzzles I was having trouble with, so hang on, let me restart this. How do I play this game? It's been a bit. So there are two things that can be me, or can be push. Since wall is on the right, and has text below it, this can go up and down a little bit, interestingly. Wall is stop. So the first thing I feel like I need to understand is how to make wall is stop be false. How can wall not be stop in this situation? I can do stuff like... well, actually, no, I can't really move... okay. I mean, wall is stop stops both Baba and pushables. So it's not like I can shove something through it and get it out to that win. Like, something has to get out there. The fact that win is outside a wall all the way around me tells me that there's some way to get wall to stop being stop. Okay, with just these tools and an inability to make wall anything else, because the right and the down are both forbidden from changes, essentially. Hold on. No, no, no. I see. Oh, check it out. I know what to do. This is clever. This won't work, though. Yes, it will. Neat. Alright, so I observe that I can move this vertically just a little bit, and I see how to use that. This is super cool. Alright, so Kiki is push. Oops. I want to keep being me. I'm going to put you here. Kiki is not push, because right now I can't push this down. But if I invalidate that rule, I can. Then if I become Kiki, I'm inside the text, and I can break this up. Oh, cool. I love it. All right. And wall is no longer stop. Kiki is win. So is Baba. But oh, yeah, okay, no, that's fine. I phrased it that way. Let's touch each other. Neat! Okay, so is that the tool that I needed for this? Let's go to Evaporating River first before looking at the die face with the 5 on it. Right, Evaporating River, this whole level. Water is sink. Okay, so I have a new trick. Can I use it? Cog is push and I can't change that. It's also melt and I can't change that. Alright, so down and to the right are the relevant directions from text. That, like, if it's all jammed up like this is, I can append to cog. I can prepend on water in 2 directions. The down and the right of water are locked. Fully. There's no moving this left or right. So wall is stop. That's the end of a phrase unless I have an and, so I can't put anything here. As I recall, what I desired to do was to somehow get the cog across the water so that I could use it to push the water is sink text far enough that flag is win can be put into that position and then I can just touch it. That was what seems to be the prescribed way to do this. I don't see a way that I can use any of the tricks I learned here. I think they're relevant in the other puzzles I was stuck on, though. I don't want to just stare at this forever, but since I have some time, I can stare at it for some amount of time on my own. I'll be right back. Alright, so I still don't see it. I'm looking at this a fair bit. So exhaustive possibility of, like, rules I can change here. I'm thinking there's just, like, an interaction I don't know. So water is stop. Obviously useless. Water is wall. Essentially the same as water is stop, and also it loses me those words. So all I get to keep is a sink, and that's obviously useless. So it's neither of those. I can make water is sink, which is how it initially was. I can sink the text. Now hang on. Maybe I didn't think enough about the implications of sinking the text. I feel like I need the text, though. I can't claim any other text. Because if I could sink the text and get it done, then I could just get it done already. But it is interesting that I can do that. Anyway, so if I break up this rule, I can make cog is water. Yeah, let's just keep doing this until something tickles something in my mind and I can actually get it done. Therefore, cog is push, and therefore nothing is push. So I definitely do not want to transmute the cog. I can make cog as sink. If it's both sink and push... well, then that doesn't really matter. Melt, yes, doesn't matter. Okay, so what else can I make? I can make water is skull, which seems semi-good if only skull were not defeat. Because that does allow me to get the cog past it. If I could undo that somehow, that'd be nice. But even if I moved the text, that would not undo it. I can't turn skull into sink. I can't turn skull into something else. I can make water is defeat. Doesn't override the hot, doesn't do anything useful, just makes it kill me when I try to go across it. I can make water is water. And nobody cares because it already is. Okay, so that was, as far as I can see, an exhaustive exploration of every rule change that I can currently make. Did I miss any? Yes. Flag is sink. I can make that. Not useful, just lets me do that. Flag is water. Just as useless as cog is water, in fact even worse, because now I don't have a win condition. Can't sneak the water in there to make the water into the win condition. Win is water. I can't phrase it that way. It's the ones with the like inverted background. Those have to be endings. Alright, did I miss any others? I mean, I can do flag is water this way, which is, you know, just the same as going down. Doesn't matter. Cog is push and melt. Skull is defeat. Water is skull. I already tried. Water is defeat does nothing. Oh, right. I could make a second water is hot here if I wanted. Why would I? I wouldn't. There would be no reason. Can't push this anywhere interesting. Yeah, no. This is, everything I know tells me there's no way to do this. So there's something I don't know, or something that I've missed on my multiple checks of every possibility here. Alright, so I'm gonna assume for now there's something I don't know. Because, I mean, if I've looked at this many times and not seen anything different I can do, it's not impossible that I'm missing something, but it tells me to focus my efforts elsewhere. So, let's go back to... Which of these have I solved? Hold on, how do I tell if I've solved it or not? Ah, this is what a solved one looks like. It's confusing because this is the exit. This looks basically the way this would look if it were unsolved, right? Okay, so I'm having some trouble with the visual language here. But yeah, I solved these two, but not this. So Tiny Isle, was it? I didn't solve this, right? Yeah, anyway, so I was thinking this was going to be something like the breaking up text technique that I used on Prison, yes. Why don't I go on to Dungeon and see what this teaches me? This looks the same. What's different? I don't have a push. Instead, I have another is. Okay. So, let's run some circles. Maybe that'll solve it. Things I see that I can do. Let's go through this exercise. Kiki is wall. Obviously useless. Kiki is stop. Obviously useless. I can certainly push the text into Kiki. Wait, isn't that how I did it before? So can't I just do the same thing? So make him into me. Ah, so here's the trick. From there, I would have to somehow change who's me. Okay. So that's why that doesn't quite work that way. Why do I have an extra is? Oh, okay, because I cloned myself a different way. Well, I don't know about this. Yeah, there are two of me now. So what? There's two of me. Doesn't help me get one of me under the text. Yes, it does. Oh. Oh. Of course, because Baba is not stop. There's no reason that would not work. Okay. I just never would have thought of that as a consequence. Just the weirdness of the way the rules here work. Okay. Well, cool. Sure. Let's... This is what I want to do. I want this here, but it's... extra Baba, go away. There we go. Okay. So, push text on top of something that is not stop, but is me. Perfectly reasonable. Alright, well at least I solved a puzzle. What was this dim signal? I didn't actually really look at this. Am I still giving up on Tiny Isle and Evaporating River? I mean, what else can I do? That's the only action available to me. I can either stay stuck or go somewhere else. Choice is pretty obvious. Pipe is stop. Bog is defeat. Cog is stop. So right, this is the same as the puzzle that led to it. Wireless connection. Except there's an extra ice on the right, right? So Flag Rock win. Compared to Flag Rock ice win. There is no ice. I've never even seen ice. But it exists. Bog is just defeat, not sink. So right, robot is push. So I can tell him to push something over. Rock is ice and win. There aren't any rocks. Flag is rock. That would sacrifice an is. There's a cog. Wait a minute. No, that won't help. Flag is rock and ice and win. Looks very reasonable to me. That would require 3 robots, though. And I only see a way to make 2. Right? Oops. So if Cog is robot... No. There's another way to do this. So Cog no longer exists. I can sacrifice this. Have my robot go out. I'll sacrifice Cog and stop because I will never need those. And use those in order to... Whoa. Okay, robot needs to be push. So my robot buddy here, I'll just keep this one over where he is. He's gonna move. You're fine. You will just bounce there. Before I do that, I should actually set this up better. So I want flag and rock and ice is win, right? So if I let you move... Oops. You'll push that there and bounce back. So Cog and stop were sacrificed. You change back to push. Actually, you need to move another time or 2. Man, those guys move pretty fast. Well, same speed as me, but, you know, it feels fast. Okay, so then we just need 2 ands, right? And robots in front of them? Okay, well this one was simple. Unless I'm missing something. Wait, I don't have another and. How did I manage... No. An and and an is. That's what it is. Also, that is got shoved into a corner somehow. Oopsie. That happened a long time ago. Alright, try again. Robot is move. Oops. Come back to me and stop being move. Okay. And here is here. Robot here. Robot here. Alright, let's go. I'll stand here. And that's great. Okay, cool. So that's all fine, but these two apparently are not. Oh right, catch the thief. Somebody said this one changed, I think? I don't remember it distinctly enough to know how, so if I just wait, I die. There's the reset. Oh. Hold on, he's not push right now. So I catch him a different way. I lose my access to changing some of that. Wait, yeah, some things change here. This is not the same puzzle as before. Robot can't also be move? Maybe? The skull remains defeat. Yeah, so I don't get to let the robot be... Oh, how inconvenient. I've done... Oh no, I fixed it. How do I do this? Sure. I don't get to let the robot be both move and me. And hey, there's actually an additional problem here. Yeah, this is not great. Because now I can't put that win to use with the way this was phrased. Okay, yeah, this puzzle did change in a way that matters. This is a new puzzle. So... No, this is fine. I will still be robot after this happens. Then Baba is win, and then I do that. Okay. Alright, so that works fine. Yeah, there was definitely something different about that. Alright, so I feel like I really should solve these before moving on. I mean, I got nothing here. Like, there's just nothing. I'm lacking some knowledge there. Or I've made a misobservation like 6 times in a row. And making it a 7th time is not likely to solve that. So best approach when that happens is probably just to look elsewhere. So either I'll get my brain into a different place where I'll make a different observation, or I'll learn something that I don't know, because I don't know which one of those two things it is. And all of you know better than to tell me by now. Or so it would seem. So I appreciate that. Anyway, so what was stopping me here? Right, I was pretty sure the technique I learned in prison is what's going to let me do this. Why was I sure about that? I don't know. Right, so the difference between this and a previous one is that that tile is there. I just opened it with my body, therefore obliterating myself. Because in a video game, when you use a key, the key goes away. It's funny how that's just like a basic assumption now. That's the way that keys work. Why would it be any other way? Alright, so there was like... So right, I can slide this vertically. And do stuff with it like... Key is flag. To get 2 of the same object. Still have flag as a noun. If I want to make that into something or make it like something, I don't know, what am I doing? So water is stop and shut. Water is not sink, so I can't just sink a bit of text in it for that to do anything good. So right, it appears as though I need to open both this and this. However, can I do better since I can choose any one of these to open? Maybe one's better than the others. Yeah, so let's just look at the layout of this. If I could open any of these tiles, would it make a difference compared to just having like one of these two open? I think this was the one that was open before. So, not this kind of open, was not there. So right, having access to that lets me push left, then push down. Having access to this would just push this up and get it stuck. Having access to this side wouldn't help unless this or this was also open. Having any of these open is no different from having this one open, essentially. So yeah, I definitely do need to get rid of 2 tiles of water if I'm reading this right. But I'm probably not. There's a lot of cogs there, but they can't do anything. So right, anyway, I can get inside the text with relatively little effort. What could that accomplish for me? I could split this apart, but I can just do that without any trouble. So, hold on, but there was a time when I wanted something like Baba and flag is you. Yeah, okay, so I only have one is, that's right, that's part of the problem here. Now, hang on, so, water is stop and shut. Yeah, so text can't go across the water. This is weird water. I feel like this should be a different thing, but I guess it's water just to get me used to, like, water won't always behave the same. Nothing does. It's all in the rules. Just because it looks like water, it's just only by convention is it typically sink. So right, there's no interacting with these rules at all ever, so just put that out of your mind. Don't spend any time thinking about it. Flag is open is very easy to phrase. However, wait, what does... Hold on. Now, I was able to accomplish things before beyond just this. Wasn't I? Because, like, this is nothing... Nothing good's gonna come of this. I can't move that flag without something else going on. So wait, flag and Baba is you. So that's the way I can move it a little bit. So all 3 of us exist now. And can, with relatively little effort, get into a situation where we can do this, making it just a little bit easier to deal with stuff. So horizontal movement becomes an option now. So, what possibilities does that open up? I feel like that particular move is important. Alright, so let's start thinking about what else I can do with that. Key is not useful itself. There are no more keys. I could turn the flags into keys. I could turn Baba into a key. Oh. I mean, by doing this... No, that's the only way to make his is anything else. We all move the same direction at once. We only move one without a move command. So it's not like... There's no way I'm going to do something crazy like... Put a flag under this text. Step north twice to move the separate Baba is from you, then insert 2 words in between there. Like, that's... With a lot more rules and a different setup that might be possible, but in this particular case it's just not. So this is as close as I've been. Alright. So why can't I see what I need to do to get any closer? Because I only have this one and this one is, and I need both of them to move 3 things at a time. There's only the one you, there's only the one is, there's just one and. Hold on, so if, wait. Flag, let me do something here. Flag is you and open. It feels like... So I mean, this is what I did the first time in order to open two thingies. Yeah, that's great, but it's not, because I end up being no one. I could, if I wanted to, do this, which would not accomplish anything. It just changes which one of these objects exists and which one does not. I can change it back if I want. Neat. Isn't that nice? Whoops. Doesn't help. This just does this. So while being open... Nope, with only one is, I cannot make all three of these objects the same. But I can't sacrifice both... No, I mean, it's just an impossibility, because... what I want to do is... So I'm trying the wrong action. What I'm trying to do is either make all three of these objects the same, so that I can sacrifice two and still have one alive to push the win out. Or... simultaneously open and also become someone else. But I have to already have opened once. Not necessarily. Now well, but okay, so doing things simultaneously means things. It means having at least two alive at a time. So if I stop being open for a moment, like the kind of thing I was thinking about was like... Okay, so if I become open... okay, so if I unbecome open, push twice this way... Let's see what this does. Neat. Okay, that's the type of thing I'm trying to do. Yes. So simultaneously both open and become someone else. That seems relevant, but it also doesn't seem like it actually helps me. Remind me what Baba is you and flag does. Yeah, that's what I thought. I feel like I'm close to something. Can I use some other text to... Like, I have this extra key text that's not doing anything. But once I've done that, I just have two objects that are different. I can't make them the same. Yeah, I can put you inside the text. Doesn't really matter. Wait, or does it? Can I do something to put you on the other side of that win? No, it doesn't work that way. The reason I can put you inside the text is because I can push the text around. Nope. Nope, that doesn't help. Wait a second, I see something. What if flag is you and win? So, okay, couple of problems with that. Oh, okay, so what if flag is you and win? And I phrase it like this. Here we go. Okay, so just utterly different from what I was actually doing. So that means, alright, so column matters then. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is the way to actually do it. So, Baba and flag is you. Alright, so I was just trying completely the wrong action. That's fine. A different action will get the job done. So then I want to shove some things around. This is going to be cumbersome, and also I put that Baba way up there, which is okay. I won't need it anymore. Yeah, I won't need the Baba anymore. Gotta reshuffle this every time. I moved these way the heck over here for what turned out to be no good reason. That's okay. So just get this into... I can't get it all the way into position immediately, though, because I still need to open that water. Oh, how do I do those simultaneously? I don't know. I don't have enough space. Huh. Huh. Okay, so I have a new problem, but at least I know what I'm trying to do now, maybe? I can't change the vertical layout to horizontal. That would require too much separation from the is and the u. Yeah, because it requires two moves to move a u to the other axis of the is, because it would have to move to the right and then to the up. While I could have something for me to be both above the is and to its left, I just can't do that rotation in a single move without dying in between, or without having like another is. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so if I can't do that, and I have only one is, could I phrase something different? What if instead of this, I'd use the and. Yeah, okay, so let's have the is overlap. Flag is you and open. Let's just explore this. So if I open that, I'm gonna move the is down here. Well, I kind of need it over to the right. Alright, fine. Let's just restart. This will be easier. Because I do want the text in this column. I want the is here. Something is something and win. Yeah. There we go. I can do like flag is open and win or something. Alright, great. So don't move the text out of that column. That was, it turns out, not a great idea. Here, get up there. Key is flag. Alright, so at least I can solve this one. Might not get Evaporating River today, but this should be fine. Alright, so key is flag. Flag is you. But don't be open. Actually, why not? Go ahead. That's fine. Flag is you. And then Baba is open and win, right? I think that will work. There we go. Okay, that's a solution. I wonder if that was the only one, or if there were other ways to do that. Okay, so anyway, still don't have any ideas about this. Again, nobody needs to give me any hints. I don't want any, and I won't read them if you leave them. Anyway, so yeah, Evaporating River, last level that I can see, left here. Seems like there's just some action I don't know about, or some property of a rule here that I haven't figured out yet. So I'm probably just going to go somewhere else. Unless I recheck my assumptions, and the 12th time I look at them, they're somehow different. Otherwise, I'm going to leave to another area. Alright, cool. I'll see you next time for probably Forest of Fall.